Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. Today, I need to go and get my Nespresso order. I was supposed to go and get it while I was out on Wednesday, and I ended up coming back home. I did not even go back to get the coffee. Normally, they put it back within 24 hours, but I always go to the boutique. So I have many moons of orders. So maybe they know, like, she coming. I have my Aldi Wednesday out of shame to show y'all what I got this week. So the first thing are these napkin sets. So it's a 6-pack napkin set, and it is embroidered, and it has like a Christmas tree. It is this really pretty green color, and it was 6 of them. And so it has this really pretty tree, silver, white. So these are the placemats. So the napkins came a 6-pack. The placemats a 4-pack. This is the placemat. They have all different flavors this week, if you will. These are the table centers. They're not that long, so I got 2. Maybe. But this may be enough. But I still ended up picking up 2. They had these paper items, which I think is very, or I don't know. I'm assuming that it's popular. I'll see if I could put a picture up here. But they had those as well, and they were ornaments, and they were really big. I thought they were really, really cute, but look at this. These paper trees, they have like the gold, if you can see that. They had red. I was looking for red. I didn't see the red, so I got the green. So this is the smaller tree. These come in a 2-pack. So this was the 2-pack, and then they also had a really big one. Just by itself. But I just thought that this was really nice for the table, or whatever you want to do with it. You know what I mean? And so this is how big it is. They had a cream and a gold, this green and gold, and then they had red. I really wanted them to have black, but they didn't. Because the dishes I have reindeers on them. I've used them before. And I thought that would be a really, really nice touch. So I was looking for something that would go with the black and white. So the green goes. Reindeer candle holder this week. And it has, you put 4 candles in there. And then I got these candlesticks, which are flameless. So I was thinking of putting those in there. These are flameless as well, but they didn't have it at my Aldi, so I still got the flameless candles though, because I wanted to do that for the mantle. Okay, but they didn't have it. And they bring martini glasses, wine glasses, and stemless wine glasses. And they come in gold and they come in silver. And I got the gold ones. They had this 2-tier wooden tray for desserts or what have you. And so I was like, oh, I could use this. I could really use this. So I picked this up as well. Because you can use it like for little mini cakes, cheesecakes, fruit, cooked crackers, you know, little charcuterie, whatever you want to do with that. So I picked up the wooden cake stand. And again, and you don't have to use this for a cake, honey. You can use it for whatever your little heart desires. Picked this up from Ross. I don't think I shared this. I got this last week though. I got this last week from Ross. And you know, it is a 4-in-1. You could use it for a punch bowl. Okay. You could use it for dip and chips snacks, because you turn it over and it has like the little spaces for that. So I thought this was really good. And this is Dublin. And this was $20 in Ross last week. Y'all know, if you've been to Home Goods, Home Sense, TJ Maxx, wherever they have these at, because they come in like an animal print, leopard, brown and black. And then I shared in my shop with me, I think like 2 videos ago, it was a blue and white one. And looka. If I'm gonna be honest, I did not purchase these to burn. I purchased it for the aesthetic. It's really big and tall. This says Opium Noir. It smells good. So the ones in Home Goods, right? I believe they are fatter. These to me appear to be taller. So they had this color and they had this white color. Sweet almond and macaron. And these were $19.99. But these are really, really big. Baby, this could be used for a vase. Like, this is double for your money, okay? Double for your money. So that's what I got. I have to go and pick up my coffee, and I'm going to go ahead and bake my sweet potatoes for my sweet potato pie. So I'm going to go ahead and make that mixture up today once I get back home. And I woke up late because I was up at the crack of dawn. So I had to get me some sleep in because your girl was tired. Okay, I was tired, and I woke up. It was 9:30 this morning. And I was like, "Oh my God!" The dog had to be to the groomer at 10:30. So Mister took him and dropped him off. I'll pick him up because I still need to get something else because I want to make sure I have all of my things.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me.
You know, all day today, I thought it was Saturday. Even on my Instagram stories today, this morning, I'm like, happy Saturday. It wasn't a talking head, right? It was just in my little comment, like, happy Saturday. Girl, today is Friday. I don't know where I got that from, okay? I got the gingerbread, the iced gingerbread chai, and they gave me a peppermint. Now, of course, you can tell the difference because the peppermint, it doesn't have like foam. But y'all know how it is when you get a drink and I know that if any of y'all get drinks from Starbucks or Dunkin', and it's a specialty drink, sometimes them drinks don't be looking like what the picture looking like. You feel me? It don't look like the picture. And I want my drink to look like the picture. But I was trying to give him a little bit of room, a little bit of grace today. Okay, I was trying to give him grace today because I didn't see no whipped foam or no sprinkle, nothing, sprinkle on top. So I tasted it. It was peppermint. I felt the tingle in my mouth. I said, this is peppermint. I asked for gingerbread. She said, okay, I'm sorry. I said, girl, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But baby, if I had got to the car, I would have been on fire because that happened to me before. It's not great. I've had a better iced gingerbread chai before. This is not, it's all right.
What if this happened? Hypothetically. Yo, what's up? She said, boy, tell Granny was wrong.
Love me or hate me, partners in maiden, waiting ladies' eyes on me. 여기 내 눈이 날 바라보는 눈빛이 이미 다 말해줘. No, I ain't gonna let anyone keep me down. No, no.
Okay, so you guys saw the prep work. Everything leading up to the night before, and I did everything that I was supposed to do, right? And somehow, you guys, it did not work out. So the medication was in two parts, as you saw. But I will say this. I think it had a lot to do with, because when I was prepping, things started to move. Things started to move, y'all. But they were not moving fast. And it took about, I'm going to say, an hour and a half before things started to move. And even then, things were moving slow. We're talking about a colonoscopy here and a prep for it. If anybody is lost, okay? And so when I say things were moving, things started to move, but they were slow, meaning it was a loose bowel, almost like diarrhea, right? But it wasn't a lot at a time. I was tired, you guys. I was tired, so I went to sleep. So I got into bed and went to sleep, and I would sleep early. I would sleep 3 hours into me taking that medication. And so that could have very well played a factor in it, because things were moving within an hour and a half. But I was so tired that I went to bed and I fell asleep. And so my system shut down. Okay. So you saw that I got up at 4 a.m. to start the second dose. Things really got to moving. And the bowel was not as clear as I felt like it should have been in order for me to go. You understand? And so I just did not feel comfortable enough to go to the facility, be put under anesthesia, stick the camera in the rectum, and then you can't see anything. And then I have to wake up and then you tell me that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? I am using antioxidant cleansing oil to remove this makeup. I love this brand. This right here helps the makeup break down. And once you put the water on the skin, it emulsifies. I like to leave it on a little bit. But getting back to the story at hand, so I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And I cannot say that it was because I had the pills and not the jug. I can't say that. Because if I'm being honest, I have a slow moving digestive system anyway. Like I have to eat high fiber foods in order to get things moving on their own without taking a laxative. And I do not like to take laxatives. I really have to be backed up in order to take a laxative. Like I can't take it anymore. You understand? And also with that diet, right? So the next time, since I know that I have a slow moving digestive system, I will start the diet probably a week ahead of time instead of 2 days prior, because I did start the diet 2 days prior to the colonoscopy being scheduled, right? But I did not start it sooner, and I probably should have. I will say that the day before I started the prep, I did have a bowel movement. But once things really started to get moving, I did reach a point where, and I'll insert a picture of the chart of where I was at here. And that's the reason why I say I didn't feel comfortable enough, because I was at almost there and not ready. And so I called. And the thing about it is that I was going to reschedule right then and there. But then I got notice 2 weeks prior to the test being taken that the gastroenterologist that I went to, the system, all of the gastro doctors are going somewhere else. So they're not even going to be offering gastro at this facility anymore that I went to. And it's a bummer because I liked her. Right. So I just have to look her up to see where she's going to end up going. But they couldn't even reschedule me for the colonoscopy because the gastro doctor isn't going to be there. So I was going to do it. like in another 2 weeks, because I know what to do now and I know what to expect. Another aspect was I was very anxious, and like I had a lot of anxiety, and not so much of the result or being afraid. Like, you know how it is when you go and get blood work done and you going to get a test done, and it's like you gonna be put to sleep. You don't know what these people gonna say to you when you wake up. Like, some of that was my truth, but then it was the part about going under. It was the part about being put to sleep. I've been put to sleep before for a surgery, but that was over 10 years ago. And so that is what had me. That's what had me. It just had me, and I don't know why. And then it was like, okay, get somewhere and sit down and relax. Like, you need to stop. Like, it's going to be 20 to 30 minutes. Get over it, right? And so I had calmed down, but it was like my mind, it didn't leave my mind. And so I think that also played a part of why the body just wouldn't get rid. It was just, I'm telling you, like, your body knows, like your body and your mind, your brain, and it's crazy how the brain operates, right? And so that it just played a big part. I feel like I followed the directions. I drank the water. I will tell you though that you had to drink 48 ounces of water, right? 48 total at the 5 p.m. mark, and then another 48 total 4 hours prior to the appointment time. My appointment time was 10:30. I woke up at 4 a.m. You had to be finished drinking everything within 2 hours of the appointment. So I was done taking all the medication, drinking all the water before 6:30 a.m. Y'all, it didn't work out. Your girl did not get the colonoscopy. She didn't get it. I have to reschedule it. I'm not mad about it. I just know that I know what to expect regarding the diarrhea part, because it wasn't even all that bad. You understand? I was going all off, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, the diarrhea was not, it wasn't that serious. You feel me? Now I know what to expect. I know what I'm going to do, when the time comes, and I am going to reschedule very shortly. I'm not trying to be stressed out over this colonoscopy. I want to go ahead and get it over with. Okay? I'm not saying that the pills don't work, because the pills work, baby. They was working me. They were. However, it has a lot to do with your system as well. If you are a frequent flyer, okay, with the number 2, and you go every day or every other day, your system, it pumps. It didn't work out for me the first go round. So I'm going to finish my skincare so I can go downstairs and eat my food and watch Power Book 4.
Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. Time to pull a drop top out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in the house. Netflix and chillin', I GDM'in', yeah. Didn't wanna share my love till I found someone I'm sure of. Young and untamed, I've been out of range, keeping it low, but I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Wow, baby, got a hold on it. Let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lies, so fair with it. You can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out